So I was saying before the break, you ever see those goofy studies that you see the study that comes out and you're like, what was the point of a study? I looked up 3 this morning. Cell phones and driving don't mix. They did a study on that. High heels can make your feet hurt. Yeah, really, your feet at this angle, walking down around for 4 or 5 hours. I've said this to my wife. I don't understand high heels. I can't stand like that for 4 seconds at the gym on that little inverted wooden plank. I don't know how you do it for 6 hours. Oh, here's another gem this morning. Employees hate meetings. Oh, no, here's another one. Cocaine and alcohol are not great together. They do studies on this stuff. And the reason I bring this up is because there are certain studies, and you say, you think? Here's a story. Sources close to LeBron James have expressed concern that Magic's quick exit appears to threaten off-season plans. You think? Let me get this straight. LeBron's camp is like Magic quitting and then napalming the organization on national TV. I don't think it's going to help us any when we go get top free agents. That's cell phones and driving don't mix. Listen. I want you to just think about this for a second. We got 4 or 5 top free agents, Kawhi, this and that. So just think about this. So you're Kawhi Leonard or Jimmy Butler, and you walk into, let's say, the Miami Heat. You walk into the office, and you have to meet 3 people, and it's very concise. Mickey Arrison's the owner. He made his money in Carnival Cruise Lines. You can talk about that for a couple minutes. And then here's Pat Riley, who's won rings in different roles in 4 different decades and is the best-looking 70-year-old man in America. And then there's Eric Spoelstra. Oh, he coached LeBron. They won a bunch of titles. And then the meetings are over, and you drive away thinking, billionaire, legend, title coach. Let's say you get on a plane and you fly to the next destination. Remember, I'm a free agent. So I'm walking into these buildings, and I spend the day in a building. So we could go over to let's just go over to the Clipper building. So I'm Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard, and I walk over to the Clipper building. And the first guy I meet is Steve Ballmer, the bald guy, big energy. Oh, that's the Microsoft legend. And then I meet Jerry West, the logo, and Michael Winger. I don't know, I've heard about you. You're the next Jerry West. And no, there's the championship coach, Doc Rivers. So I spend like 3 hours talking to these guys, and I leave. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty simple. That's pretty concise. And then I go to the Warriors, and I got Joe Lacob. I fly up to San Francisco if I'm one of these players like Kawhi Leonard or I'm Jimmy Butler. I meet Joe Lacob. He's a venture capitalist, Silicon Valley billionaire. Ooh, I never met him, but so, yeah, I'm one of those Silicon Valley guys. Oh, and then I see Bob Myers, who played, and Steve Kerr, who played. And I've been watching Kerr on TV for years. And then I meet like the 3 or 4 guys. KD may or may not be there, but, I've seen Steph, Clay. And I get in my car or my plane, and I leave. It's just very simple. It's very concise. It's not confusing. Billionaire who you may not know, but he's got a cool story. Microsoft, Carnival Cruise, Silicon Valley. Legendary guy, Pat Riley, Jerry West, Steve Kerr, right below that. And then like a cool championship coach or a cool championship player. I've interviewed, by the way, like 5, 6, 7, 8 different times in my life. And then they go into the Laker organization, and they say, okay, Kawhi, listen, here's Jeannie Buss, the owner. We want you to meet her best friend, Linda Rambus, who never played basketball, but they're friends, and they talk a lot, and her husband Kurt's also in the building. Then we'll shuttle you over to Magic. No, wait, he quit. Frank Vogel's the new coach. Jason Kidd isn't here yet. Tim Harris is in operations, food and beverage, but actually he makes some decisions, too. We'd like you to just stop by his office. Here's Rob Pelinka, best friends with Kobe. We're not sure Kobe will be here, but they're on the phone all day. But here's Rob Pelinka. He sort of looks like Rob Lowe. And, by the way, LeBron's not here today. His agent, Rich Paul, is. Oh, wait, we just got a call. They're both gone. They'll come back later. And then you get in your plane and leave, and you're like, oh, good hell, what was that? Who did I meet? What was that? Wild. More is not better when you're trying to bring in elite people with options. What is better is fewer, smarter, well-known, dependable, good resume. So when LeBron's camp is a little concerned about the Magic situation, Magic created clarity. You may not like Magic and you may not like Luke, but it was really easy when it was Jeannie Oh, I remember her dad. Magic. Oh, my God, Magic Johnson. And Luke Walton. That's pretty simple. In the last month, it's gone from that to a spider web and a poorly designed one. Here's Joy with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herdline News.
High heels aren't that bad once you get used to walking.
Really? Walking like this, you get used to.
I say that where I wear flats or tennis shoes.
I was going to say.
With my dress every
It's funny. I've never seen you once wear them here. But they're just great over time.
Well, if you thought the Raptors were done when they went down 0-2, you would be wrong. Told you about the baby dinosaurs all year. They blew out Milwaukee last night to even up the series.
Really did blow them out.
2-2. Yeah, 120-102. Kawhi Leonard was injured and tired, and Siakam was suffering from foul trouble, but Kawhi still did damage in 34 minutes and said after the game he will keep fighting.
I feel good. Keep going and keep fighting. We have a chance to, make history. I mean, it's no excuses. I'm playing basketball, and, we got to win tonight.
They were very impressive last night. I felt like this series was going to be a long series. And I mean, I'm kind of with you. It's a similar setup where they each have a superstar, a strong number two, but a little inconsistent. And then you just have to hope that someone else on the team has a great night. And then you see where the chips fall. They're very even teams.
You know, I was thinking about you last night about the Raptors. So we're talking about Kawhi leaving, right? So now Kawhi right now is a little beat up and a little tired because they've had to lean on him. How do you sell Kawhi on staying? I was thinking about this. You can't go to him and say, after this playoff run, you can depend on Lowry and Ibaka. The big sales pitch is Pascal Siakam is getting better, and we think by next year he'll be a legitimate playoff too. But couldn't I argue that Kawhi kind of falling apart? I mean, he looks tired.
Yeah.
That this is his biggest concern because Kawhi's not dumb. He knows it's not a free agent destination. You got to and you're too good now to get great draft picks. So the sales pitch to Kawhi is, hey, listen, we know you're exhausted and you feel like you're having to carry the team. But next year, you'll probably have to carry the team slightly less because Siakam is getting a little more consistent.
I mean, the one thing that I do think is working in the Raptors' favor is, does he really want to go back to the West?
It's warm.
I mean, you travel all year. You can live wherever you want. He's got a mansion in San Diego. He can stay there all off season or come to LA and work out. I mean, believe me, I prefer the warm weather also, but I mean, you have to look at the whole situation. He's in a great situation. The Raptors are a very well-run organization. They are in the Eastern Conference Finals right now, tied 2-2 with Milwaukee with the MVP on the other side. It's not a bad situation. I understand there's taxes and all these other things going on, but he's going to be a legend in Toronto anyway, just based off of this series. It's not the worst situation. I feel like he's leaving, but I would not be shocked if he ended up staying. It's not a bad situation for him. So Kevin Durant is back with arguing with fans on the internet, which,
Oh, he is?
I mean, well, he did go back and forth with Chris Broussard the other day.
All right.
I mean, that's what he does from time to time. His manager, Rich Kleiman, though, isn't bothered, and in fact, he loves everything about it.
How do you feel about that he gets in there and mixes it up sometimes?
I love it. I know enough to know that doesn't represent anything more than what it is. And Kevin has every right to engage and communicate and have fun and banter because he's a 31-year-old man who's built this, or 30-year-old man who's built this incredible enterprise for himself. We have honest conversations, but never would I call him and say, like, that's such a bad thing to do for your brand.
I actually think that's a really smart way to look at it. Kevin Durant's 30. He's all over social media. We cannot define him based on a tweet. Like, that shouldn't ever define any of us. A tweet that took you 22 seconds to...
Well, I think the opinion about Kevin Durant on social media going back and forth with fans, it kind of took a turn whenever the burner account situation happened.
That wasn't great.
We kind of all felt like it got a little off the rails there. Like, you don't need to go that far.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the best look. But I mean, everyone goes